Member from Nipissing.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Deputy Premier. Once again, health care in my riding was put at risk by a second round of cuts made by this Liberal government. 158 full-time frontline staff have been fired from the North Bay Regional Health Centre. More than half of them were nurses. This is on top of the 197 frontline healthcare workers already fired at the hospital. Again, more than half of those were nurses. Speaker, this is devastating for the community, the workers, and their patients who are now rightfully concerned about access to quality health care. Speaker, do the Liberals have any remorse whatsoever over squandering $1 billion on the gas plant scandal, money that could have been used?
Minister of Health and Long-Term Care.
Minister of Health and Long-Term Care.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm happy to talk about North Bay Regional Hospital as well. The new hospital that was built and opened, I think, 4 years ago as a result of a capital investment of this Liberal government. Mr. Speaker, when that hospital was built and when it amalgamated with a site in Sudbury as well, it was determined and found by the hospital as well as the LHIN that certain issues needed to be right-sized. And in fact, the efficiencies of the hospital were lower for certain programs and services, and the costs were higher than other hospitals in the north, similar hospitals in the north, or other hospitals around the province. So what's been underway for the last several years is to actually take account of the fact that the expenses and the lack of efficiency of the hospital needs to be addressed so the quality of care, which I can speak to in the supplementary, is maintained, but the hospital is as efficient as it can be.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Back to the Deputy Premier. Nothing he said gives any comfort to the people of North Bay. Speaker, in this new hospital, they just closed 60 beds in this brand new facility that he spoke of. They're not just cutting in my riding, Speaker. Hundreds of nurses and frontline healthcare services have been cut in hospitals right across Ontario: Leamington, Chatham, New Liskeard, Timmins, Sudbury, the Sioux, Orillia, Quinte, Scarborough. And just this week we learned that frontline cuts in Ottawa led to higher readmission rates. The Auditor General warned that this Liberal government's continued deficits will lead to the crowding out of important programs. Speaker, we now know exactly what the Auditor was referring to. What is this Liberal government going to do about the deteriorating healthcare services in North Bay?
Thank you. Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, this is ironic coming from the party that ran on a platform of cutting 100,000 public sector jobs in the last election, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, funding.
Order, please. We'll start the clock. Start the clock. I'm not amused. Please finish. Wrap up.
Mr. Speaker, funding for North
Member from Nipissing, come to order.
Increased by over $100 million since 2003, an increase in funding of 128%, Mr. Speaker. We've also provided the hospital.
Actually, that's your time, and the member from Nipissing, second time.